we should not hope for any miracles and breakthroughs in relations which are back to a 0 point. That's what yesterday after the meeting said the chairman of the International Committee of Russia's Upper House of Parliament, Konstantin Kosachev. The chairman of the opposition Alliance of Patriots of Georgia faction, George Lome, in his turn said that he will do everything possible to put pressure on Georgian leadership in order to solve this crisis. Yesterday, politicians discussed the suspension of direct flights between Georgia and Russia. It was the decision of Vladimir Putin, and as far as I understood yesterday, they are standing in the parliament. Russia is not willing to let its tourists fly to Georgia. It wants Georgia to learn a lesson and will not tolerate more provocations. Let's listen more.
We definitely found that the patriots of Georgia understand what's in their national interest, that is, normal, good relations with Russia. In order for this to happen, there's a lot to be done, and we can't expect miracles. It's unlikely that there'll be a major breakthrough in these relations in the foreseeable future. This will most likely take months, but we hope not years. Most importantly, we hope there'll not be new provocations, because what happened in the Georgian parliament and on Georgian television was pure provocation, aimed at disrupting the normalization of our relations.
We discussed a number of possible solutions for overcoming the crisis. We won't discuss it now because those opposed to good relations between Georgia and Russia will try to thwart these plans. Friendship with Russia is very important for us. We will meet more than once to discuss the issues.
Some analysts here are persuaded that in reality Russia is not really interested in solving this conflict. First of all, because even before this conflict there were no relations. Second, by punishing Georgia, Russia punishes the so-called West because Georgia wants to be a part of the EU and NATO. And last but not the least, such confrontation with a neighbor is a strategy and tactics of the Kremlin to raise the approval ratings of Vladimir Putin, and it worked perfectly in 2008 when Russia stepped into war, direct war with Georgia, and acknowledged the independence of its breakaway regions, South Ossetia and Abkhazia.
Well, Galina, how exactly is this meeting being viewed on the Georgian side now?
Well, this meeting is seen as a propaganda of Russia, where Russia wants to show that it is willing for a dialogue to be conducted. But in reality, this meeting was informal. There are no diplomatic relations between Georgia and Russia since 2008. And such visits of this alliance, and it's not their first visit, are seen very badly in Georgia, where most people take Russia as a country which took 20% of its land and is not willing to give this land back.